Hey guys, welcome back to a new Whatif. This one's going to be what if Naruto was the 10-toes jinchuriki. And this is going to have my own turn in it, not like all the other Whatifs where he's just hated a bit more. Naruto, actually, I'm not going to spoil it straight away, and you'll see what I mean. Also, I'm going to take these ones a bit slower, as it's going to be more based on Naruto's character development. Also, sorry for the background noise, my dog's being annoying, she just came in from the garden. Okay, so we start off with the 10 toes attack, not Kurama, it's the 10 toes. And Minato, unlike the other time, was just barely, and I mean barely, able to seal him inside Naruto. And unlike the original, Naruto got the full 10 toes instead of getting half, or like what he did with Kurama. So, also, Hagoromo sees Naruto as the only way to not let his mother be unsealed. So he boosts Naruto's chakra a whole bunch. So he gives Naruto infinite chakra, which is going to be important later on, and you'll get why. Due to this, the 10 toes isn't able to break out, which is good. Okay, time skipper till Naruto's like 4. He's walking through the Leaf Village, and everyone's yelling and screaming at him, calling him a monster, saying, "You disfigured, pale, ugly monster, you killed our fourth Hokage." And they'll scream at this. This is when a crazed man, he's actually crazy, but people don't look at it as crazy, attacks Naruto. And Naruto, losing control, all he hears is, "Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him." And it's the 10 toes yelling inside Naruto's head, trying to break out. And Naruto can't handle it anymore. He listens. And before the crazy man can even do anything, Naruto's on top of him. And he's choking him out. And that's when the villagers try to pull Naruto off him, which Naruto realises, "Oh, you think you're funny?" He breaks the man's neck who he's on, and then turns around and with an easy swipe, pulls off the 3 other people's heads from their body. This causes everyone to look at Naruto as more as a monster, but it's when he wasn't kicked out of the village, as it was seen as an act of self-defense. But now everyone goes against him, and this is where the 10 toes gets inside Naruto's head. Naruto hates the 10 toes as much as everyone hates him, but he does know that the 10 toes is quite knowledgeable. That's why he's careful around him. He says, "Hey kid, why do you bother to try and be accepted by these people when it's obvious they only want you dead and will never accept you?" Naruto thinks about this for a second and says, "I don't like you, I won't accept you, and I hate you." He probably yells out the hate out loud, not just thinking in his head. But you're right. And this is when Naruto decides not to go against the village and hate the village. In class, everyone looks at Naruto as a weird monster. And this is where Sasuke goes up to him saying, Why are you so disfigured?" As he has like all horns and that. This is when Naruto gives Sasuke a death stare with bloodlust and all that. And Sasuke says, "You think you're better than me? I'm Sasuke Uchiha of the esteemed Uchiha clan. Do you think you're any better than me?" Then this is when Naruto stands up and says, "I don't care if you're part of an esteemed clan. All I care is you should go die in a ditch." And then Naruto's eyes turn purple with rage. And Sasuke looks at it thinking, "Oh, so you have a dojutsu too? Well, I haven't awakened my Sharingan yet." Naruto ignores this, not realising he's awakened the Rinnegan. And he says to Sasuke, "Get your emo Uchiha not loved behind away from me." I'm not cursing, by the way. "Before you regret it." This is where Sasuke grabs Naruto by the collar, which Naruto just laughs and says, "You're gonna regret that." And he picks Sasuke up by the neck, choking him, and slams into the wall. This is where he lets go of his neck, and people think it's over until Naruto grabs him by the hair and hangs him outside the glass window and says, "Reverse fireworks time," until Iruka walks in and says, You demon brat." Naruto, put Sasuke Uchiha down now. Naruto says, "If that's what you wish," and he drops him outside the window. That's where he sees Sasuke's face. He's crying. Naruto recognises this look and thinks, he's like me, in a way. And he grabs him again before he falls out of Naruto's reach and chucks him into the class and says, "You, after this class, I'm talking to you outside. Don't worry, I'm not going to beat you up unless you pushed your luck." And then he sits back down, and Haruka starts yelling at Naruto until Naruto looks at him, and then Haruka sees the running gun. He decides to ignore this, as he doesn't want to freak everyone out, because Haruka doesn't know what the running gun is. We need to remember that. He just decides to report to the third Hokage after class. We're in the academy after class, and Sasuke goes to Naruto and says, "You, why did you do that to me?" Naruto looks at him and says, "What did I say about pushing your luck?" And then Sasuke realises this, and he says, "Okay, I'm sorry." Naruto explains he's sorry as well, and he stepped out of line, as he thinks that him and Sasuke can actually get along. This is when he says, "You're like me, sort of. You're rejected by the people you want to be accepted by." And he says, "How did you know about my father rejecting me? I mean, what?" And then he says, "Oh, so it's your father. Well, you see, the entire village hates me, as a few years ago, I killed a man as he tried to attack me, as he tried to kill me." This is why Sasuke gets shocked, saying, "You've killed someone." He says, "Yes, but it was in self-defense. But everyone looks at me as a monster, for I have the ten toes inside me." And sorry, I had a cough. And Sasuke knows what the ten toes is, as he's taught by Itachi, which was the one thing Itachi taught him, as he's known he's going to class with Naruto, and he wants him to be informed. But Sasuke's still a kid, and he isn't as impressionable. And he says, "So what if there's a monster sealed inside you? The monster isn't you." And this is where Naruto, for the first time, lets down his walls up against the village, and he asks Sasuke if he'll be his friends. And then after this, Naruto touches Sasuke's forehead and explains something, saying, "None of our family wants us or accepts us. So why don't us be family and forget about our own?" Sasuke thinks about this, and he remembers Itachi's voice in his head saying, "Maybe next time, maybe next time, maybe next time." And this enrages him, and Sasuke, being a kid, still doesn't think straight. He isn't like the original, as he was just hang out the window, so his emotions are a bit haywire. And he says, "Okay, I accept that." This is when Naruto and Sasuke leave the academy. Not like leave it, like quit, but they go to Sasuke's house, and then Sasuke's father goes, "Sasuke, you're late. This is unacceptable. As my son, you should never be late for an occasion." Which Sasuke, with more confidence now, says, "Shut up." His father is shocked by this, and then he sees Naruto, says, "You demon brat," and he pulls out a kunai. This is where Sasuke does the same, and he says, "I'm officially leaving the Uchiha clan." This is where he's shocked, and his father actually says, "What? Why? All we have ever did is provide for you, now you want to leave us." This is where Sasuke gets enraged and says, "Provide for me? You belittle me. You say that I'm never going to be like Itachi. You compare me to my older brother. You know how damaging that is to my self-esteem." This is where Sasuke freezes. He's just realised what he's been doing to Sasuke with this time. He says, "It was to make you stronger." And Sasuke yells out, "No, it wasn't to make me stronger. You just belittle me." And Itachi's watching this. He's about to step in until Sasuke's eyes turn red, and he has two tomoe in each eye. His father's shook with this, and Sasuke keeps on yelling, "You just try to compare me to Itachi, but I'll never be like him. I'll only be better than him, as I don't bark and pound and roll over at your will. That's it, I am leaving." And then he signs a contract, a piece of paper, and he leaves the Uchiha clan. And he rips off he cuts out, the symbol of, the Uchiha crest out of his t-shirt. That's where he sees Itachi, and Itachi grabs him and saying, "You don't need to do this, Sasuke." And he looks at Naruto. Itachi isn't full of hate, but he knows Naruto was killed, so he doesn't want to be around Sasuke. This says, "It's Sasuke, listen to me, I'm your brother, don't hang around with him." And this is where Sasuke looks at him saying, "You, don't touch me. You're not my brother. You're not even family to me anymore. Sasuke's gonna know right now. He's lost control of his emotions. And he looks at Naruto and says, he's my real brother. And that's when they leave. And Itachi's sort of broken down. The next day, Sasuke and Naruto are next to each other. They both they both hate the Leaf Village now. But they both know the responsibility to protect it. This is where two army members appear in his class, and they explain to Haruka and Naruto and Sasuke, and they take him to the Hokage's office. The Hokage at first, he doesn't like Naruto, as Naruto's killed someone, and the Hokage thinks, even if it was an accident, at the trial Naruto didn't show any remorse for his actions. But then he plays his office thinking Naruto's just a kid, he probably didn't know what he did. And then he looks at Sasuke and knowing he's left the Uchiha clan thinks, this kid, despite his young age, made a choice so important. It was probably due to Naruto. This is where the third Hokage explains to Naruto about his Rinnegan. And Naruto just plays it off saying, I don't care. And then then he yells, why didn't you explain these balls flying above me? And the third Hokage says, what? As Naruto hasn't put any chakra into the orbs yet. As you only need to do this once, I'm going to say, and then they have infinite chakra in them like the usual. But Naruto hasn't put any chakra in them yet. This is where he says you can't see them. Only Naruto can see them, or people with the light shine are going to be accurate. Now, Sasuke only saw their chakra signatures. And this is when Naruto pours some chakra into them, and 8 black orbs appear. The Hokage looks at it saying, I've never seen these before. And Naruto molds it into a staff and slams the desk. And it breaks the actual Hokage building in half. This is where all Anbu appear on Naruto. And the Ten Toes is feeding Naruto's rage. And he just looks at them. And one of them charges at him. Naruto swipe. He gets cut in half. And then they all charge at him again until the third Hokage stops them with saying, if you want to die, continue. And I'm not talking about Naruto killing you. I'll kill you myself. He's a child who has made a mistake. He didn't mean to do that. He only meant to break my desk, which yet again, he shouldn't have done, but I get his anger. We treated him like a demon, a monster. He is a child who was attacked by a crazy man, and he defended himself. All the Anbu, Naruto, and Sasuke are speechless. For the first time, the third Hokage lost his temper. And Naruto's shocked as no one's ever defended him like this. And this is where yet again, he lets down his walls. But at the same time, I must say this, Naruto's anger, like his vessel for his anger, is slowly building up, grain by grain. I'll say that right now, it's a quarter way built up. But after this attack, I'd say it's now half. And when this reaches full, you'll see what happens. I'm going to spend this entire episode based on the academy, by the way, so don't complain. Next episode, he will get his classes. As I'm going to take this Whatif series slow, as I don't want to just speed through it like my other ones. After this, the third Hokage says he will drop Naruto and protect him as if he was his own. Naruto's always being back up, though, says, I don't need anyone to look out for me. He says, are you sure about that? I will drop Sasuke as well, that's the deal. And Naruto looks at Sasuke, who has a smile on his face. Even though Sasuke left by choice, he's still upset he has no family. And then Naruto says, okay, you drop Sasuke as well, we'll accept your offer to be your sons. And then they sign the contract, and now the third Hokage is adopting Naruto. So they're at a huge compound that the third Hokage had built for them solely for training and living. Naruto's packed them with the orbs, and then the Hokage comes home and says, hey Naruto, let's test your nature styles as there's a jutsu I want to teach you if you have it. Naruto touches the paper and it turns to dust. They're shocked by this, thinking, this is only what happens if you have all the abilities possible, and it's only apparently happened to one person, and it was the Seiji 6 pass. This is where they realise Naruto has wood style, particle style, all the other nature releases. And then they attempt to do a fireball jutsu. And Naruto picks out his hand and focuses his fire nature chakra, which the old man says, the Jiraiya says, oh, for God's sake, sorry, I'm messing up my script. Which the third Hokage says, Naruto, you need to do hand signs until fire just pours out of Naruto's hand into a fireball jutsu. And this is when he realises, wait, just being a 10-tailed jinchuriki will give you that ability. That's what Naruto does other jutsus, and doesn't do any hand signs. And the third Hokage decides to keep the secret and tells Naruto and Sasuke to keep the secret. He test Naruto Sasuke's nature ability, and Naruto, without realizing it, has gifted Sasuke with nature styles. I'll explain later how he did it. It's his ability, like he gets in the original from Kurama and the Sage 6 path to give like chakra out, like chakra natures. And also I should mention, Naruto is just like the Sage 6 path. He has the same abilities and all that as him, and his Rinnegan's on par, if not greater. But he hasn't learnt all his abilities yet. And he gave Naruto all 5 chakra natures. Naruto gave Sasuke all 5 chakra natures, which shocks Jiraiya as well. But he doesn't get the particle thingy. They just sift through the stages, each by bit. And he says, okay, this is going to work. And then Sasuke tries doing the fireball jutsu without any hand signs, and it doesn't work. And he says, Sasuke, Naruto has a unique ability. That isn't going to work. And they go training, and Naruto gets basic techniques down for all the elements. And so does Sasuke. Okay, next day at the academy, the only person Naruto or Sasuke which despise each other, which Iruka agrees to, and they're fighting, and this is when Naruto says, you're my brother now, I don't need to hold back, I'm gonna show you some brotherly love. But Sasuke laughs at him and says, sure, let's do this. And Naruto blitzes Sasuke, kicking him in the stomach. And then he goes for another kick, but Sasuke activates his Sharingan. And due to Naruto's chakra that he gave him, they're both through to Mori, and he dodges and throws a kunai, which dispatches of Naruto. They're all shocked by this effect for Sasuke and Naruto are too in heat of battle. And they continue fighting, until eventually Sasuke makes the mistake of going directly at Naruto, and Naruto just grabs his hand, chucks him in the air, and slams him. And then Sasuke has to surrender. They agree this was a good battle, and then Sakura goes to punch Naruto, saying, you monster, you hurt my Sasuke-kun. Which Naruto, being a lot less relentless, catches a fish and crushes it, and says, you big four-headed, ugly, pink-haired girl, you dare try touching me again and you'll regret it. And Sakura, crying with the pain in her hand, goes to punch Naruto, and without even realising it, puts some chakra into it. As her emotions haywire because of the pain, which Naruto feels the force of the punch and says, I guess you're not useless, but you did just touch me again. And he starts flinging her around and smashes her into the ground, breaks her legs. He chucks her into a building and goes to the finishing blow until Sasuke stops him, saying, even if it was self-defense, I don't think the third Hokage is going to let you by like that if you call someone else, especially a student. Sasuke, Naruto agrees and goes over to her and heals most of her wounds, except for the broken fist, and says, this is the lesson you learn if you try to attack me. And Sakura says, okay, I'm sorry, you demon, which Naruto activates his Rinnegan without trying and puts her in a Denjutsu where she's suffering, which felt like 1,000 years. He doesn't even realise he'd done this now and wonders why she's screaming. And her eyes are turned purple at the same time. Naruto just touches her forehead and says, oh, you have a weird chakra disturbance, and pulls it out. He says, wait a minute, did I just pull out your chakra? And he starts freaking out. And then the 10 Tails taking advantage of this, tries fueling his emotions again. But Naruto realising this, saying, that's it. You need to stop trying to take me to do stuff like this. You want to go, let's go. And he starts hitting the 10 Tails in his mind. And without realising it, Naruto's took out some of the 10 Tails chakra as well as his Rinnegan was still activated. And Naruto has a store of the 10 Tails, which in real life, the 2 Tails cloak is activated, but it goes away instantly. And Naruto still says that, saying, that's a power that will be necessary. Okay, guys, I'm going to end it here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this What If. This is going to go a lot slower than usual, so the like goals aren't going to be as high. Next episode is when Naruto's going to graduate from the academy. I took this episode slow, as I want to make the base. And I'm hoping like I can get this What If to over 20 episodes. As there's so much stuff I can put into it, which other YouTubers don't realise how amazing this What If series is. Anyway, so if you guys enjoyed, the like goal for this is going to be 80 likes for the next part. But if you get it straight away, you might have to wait a day, as I have to make 2 other videos. And yeah, so like and subscribe. We hit 700 likes, baby. Yeah, my audio just glitched up for a second, so if you hear that, I'm not sure if it actually glitched. It's over 700 subs. Also, I want to set a challenge for you lot. Let's get to 1k subs and 4k hours of watch time before the new decade. If we can do that, yeah, that would be so amazing. I'll do a special what if and everything. I'll do an hour what if on whatever you guys want. Is that something you want? And if it is, then comment down below. Anyway, the like button for this is 80 likes. So if you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. And peace out, yeah? See ya. Enjoy.